A man secretly sneaked into a girl's house to collect a debt, but the girl ignored him completely. She went about her business, eating moldy bread.
야, 니네 엄마 반지나 목걸이 같은 거 어딨냐? 반짝반짝 거리는 거. 엄마가 좀 갖다 달래.
After testing her, he realized that the girl was deaf and blind. It was precisely because of the mother's sudden death that there had been no fresh food in the house for a long time. She could only eat moldy food to survive, and he was just one of the many debt collectors her mother had. After searching the entire house, he found nothing of value. The lease agreement in the drawer gave him an idea to recover his losses. He could wait until next month, cancel the lease, and retrieve the deposit he had paid when renting the house. Thus, he decisively packed his belongings and moved in. And we continued to await her mother's return as usual. But every time she felt unfamiliar shoes at the door, she felt an overwhelming sense of fear. She could sense that a stranger had been in her home these past few days. But for An Hui, who couldn't perceive the outside world, there was nothing she could do about it. In order to successfully get the deposit, she could only try his best to play the role of a father. Although he valued money greatly, he also felt genuine pity for this little girl. To prevent her from eating moldy bread every day, Ji deliberately bought noodles to improve her diet. But when faced with the sudden appearance of delicious food in the house, An Hui remained vigilant and wary. Because she could sense that the person in the house was not her mother, she still preferred to hide under the cabinet and eat bread. For her health, she threw away all the moldy bread in the house. But when she felt the empty table, the disappearance of the bread completely sent An Hui into a panic. Unable to express her emotions, she could only express her fear with heart-wrenching cries. This scene left Ji momentarily at a loss. In the end, she chose to compromise. He went back to the supermarket and bought An Hui a lot of the same bread. When she sensed the familiar scent, An Hui smiled again. And at that moment, she seemed to feel that this stranger in the house might not be a bad person. Thus, she began to gradually lower her guard. For the first time, she took the initiative to approach the stranger.
너 다 먹어. 야, 너 다 먹어라. 다 먹어라.
When he saw An Hui's hands covered in grease, he felt even more intolerant. If it weren't for the house deposit, he might have left this place long ago. That night, Moon Hai suddenly started vomiting. Ji approached her with concern. When he felt her feverish body, he could no longer bear to stand by and do nothing. That night, he carried Moon Hai to the hospital like a father. Although his initial purpose was merely to collect the debt, but An Hui's tragic background made him feel even more sorry for her. He didn't know when he had started to care about everything about An Hui, in order to help her adapt to a world without her mother. After An Hui recovered, Ji took her to a school for disabled children. However, the teacher seemed helpless when it came to this autistic and deaf-mute child. In the end, the school politely refused their enrollment. On the way back, An Hui clung tightly to his sleeve. She didn't know why her mother hadn't returned yet, but she knew that this man was her only support now. Ji gently took her small hand. He felt an indescribable pain in his heart for An Hui's fate. He knew he couldn't take care of this child forever, but he still wanted to do something for her. The relationship between the two will become deeper and deeper as time goes by.